Have you ever sat on the edge of your bed late at night, staring blankly at your phone screen, realizing that another entire day has just slipped through your fingers while you did absolutely nothing about it? You wake up late, tell yourself you'll start working on your dreams in just one more minute, but then you scroll aimlessly, watch one more video, play one more game, and suddenly it's midnight again, leaving you with that suffocating, familiar question. What the heck am I doing with my life? Most people will look at you and call this laziness, telling you to just buy a planner or manage your time better. But the brutal psychological truth is that your problem has nothing to do with time management. What is actually holding you back is a very deep, quiet part of your mind that is absolutely terrified of growing up. The Swiss psychoanalyst Carl Jung used a haunting Latin term to describe this state, Puer Aeternus, which translates to the eternal boy. But in modern society, we know it as the Peter Pan syndrome, or the psychology of the man-child. When you are trapped in this state, it doesn't mean you lack intelligence or talent. In fact, you are likely someone with brilliant ideas, but your defining trait is an extreme, almost pathological obsession with keeping all your options open, because to you, making a concrete choice feels like a prison sentence. Jung described this as living a provisional life, a state where you unconsciously treat everything you do right now as temporary, telling yourself that your boring office job is just a placeholder. Your messy room doesn't need cleaning because it's just a temporary apartment, and the person you are dating isn't your true soulmate, just a temporary companion. Because you treat everything as temporary, you never put your actual heart, soul, or effort into anything, preferring to sit in the spectator stance watching other people fail, struggle, succeed, and get married, while your ego secretly whispers that you are somehow superior to them because they are trapped in the rat race, while you are waiting for a special, grand destiny. But the devastating truth is that you choose to remain a spectator, not because you are free, but because you are using that potential as a bulletproof shield to protect your ego. As long as you never actually try, you can never fail, and your dreams can remain perfectly flawless inside the safety of your mind. This chronic procrastination and paralyzing fear of reality almost always traces back to a very specific childhood pattern, highlighted by Jung's close colleague, Marie-Louise von Franz, who pointed out that most eternal boys were actually highly gifted children. You were likely the smartest kid in class, the one who aced exams without studying, the one constantly showered with praise by parents and teachers who labeled you a genius or a special child. This early praise laid a dangerous psychological trap, teaching your brain to tie your entire sense of self-worth to your effortless potential. But when you stepped into adult reality, you realized the world doesn't reward potential, it only rewards consistent, messy results. Confronted with the fact that starting a new career or skill means being bad at it first, making mistakes, and facing rejection, your wounded ego activated a brilliant defense mechanism called procrastination. By delaying sending that resume, writing that book, or starting that business, you protect the illusion of your own greatness, comforting yourself with the thought, I haven't succeeded only because I haven't truly tried yet. But if I did, I'd be the best. This defense mechanism keeps you trapped in three major psychological quicksands. First, you constantly seek digital anesthetics like gaming, endless scrolling, and short-term online pleasures to numb the loud alarm bells of your stagnating reality. Second, you develop a severe phobia of long-term commitment, pulling away from relationships the second they ask for responsibility or maturity, because you secretly want someone to mother you rather than partner with you. And third, you adopt a chronic victim mentality, blaming the economy, your boss, or the unfairness of society as a convenient excuse to never step onto the battlefield of life. To break free from this paralyzing cocoon and finally step into your true power, you have to execute 4 non-negotiable steps starting today. First, you must completely reframe how you view adulthood. Taking responsibility, setting boundaries, and committing to a path do not destroy your freedom or kill your inner creative child. Second, you have to bravely embrace being ordinary by doing the small, boring, unglamorous things with absolute seriousness. Clean your room in complete silence without a podcast playing. Pay your bills on time. Fold your laundry and take a regular job without feeling like it is beneath you. Because doing these basic tasks pulls your mind down from the clouds and anchors you to the ground. Third, you must practice exposure therapy with failure by actively choosing one thing you have been avoiding out of fear, submitting that resume, or asking for harsh, honest feedback, proving to your nervous system that failing or being rejected will not kill you, but will actually build the thick, resilient skin that defines a real man. Finally, you have to seek an outside structure that holds you accountable, because in the beginning, your brain will try to negotiate its way back into the warm, comfortable bed of procrastination. You need to place yourself under a strict boss, join a highly disciplined community of men, or find a mentor who will look you in the eye, refuse to pamper your excuses, and force you to finish what you started. The gap between who you are and who you could be is widening every single day you spend staring at a screen, and there is no magical moment or rescue team coming to save you from your own room. The transition from a boy of endless potential to a man of real, tangible achievements requires you to leave the imaginary world behind and dare to get scratched by the beautiful, brutal realities of life.